Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Bryn Apperson. Hello.
And we also have
Jeremy Scheib. Good morning.
Yay, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
Nice to see you so bright and early in the morning.
Yep. My eyes look more closed than normal.
A little bit.
Yeah, still getting the sleep out of them.
Yeah, a little smoke maybe.
Yeah.
Boy, yesterday evening, I don't know, I thought maybe it was getting better until saw the sun go down last night or look across the hills. That smoke is disturbing. Something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I really feel for those folks out west. They're going through it right now, so got to keep them in your thoughts.
You do. Now they're talking in Oregon that now they're getting some rain, which they're happy about, but where you have the severe burnout, that can wash things away for what's left of their property. So
yeah,
it's just beating on them out there. We're lucky to be here. Enjoyed the broadcast last night. Big upset. I think a big upset for the Lady Indians playing a very tough Lexington team. Very good team.
Yeah, if you go by the rankings, maybe you would probably say that. Great performance by the Broken Bow volleyball team last night. Went to Lex, won a great match, 3-1 over a team that had just one loss coming in and had been ranked this week in the top 10 in Class B. They had played each other earlier at the Lexington Invite, and Lexington won that. But, great win for Broken Bow, especially to give them some momentum going into a very big tournament this weekend when they make the long trip to Seward, where some of the best in the state will compete. So we wish them the best tomorrow.
Philosophy there is you play the good ones, you get better, right?
Absolutely,
Yep.
And I think you were there actually. Great day for the Broken Bow cross country team. From what we understand, they tweeted out that the boys won the team championship at the Ravenna Invite. I think Dane Wardeen set the course record by like 50 seconds or something.
He was flying.
So that's awesome, and we're in the process of trying to get the full results from the meet, because not just did Broken Bow compete, but a lot of area teams competed.
There was a lot of teams
at the Ravenna Invite too. So I will try to get the full results and have a little bit more in-depth report, hopefully later on today.
We saw a lot of familiar jerseys there from around the area, and some that you don't normally compete against that show up from other parts to Ravenna. But that course is the demon of courses, I think. The kids all feel pretty good when they get done with that one because of the big long hills on it. But
the last time I was on the Ravenna golf course, they still had sand greens.
Oh my goodness, that's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Did you ever at any time think, I'd like to run this stretch?
No.
Just a casual walk?
Yeah, I never wanted to walk it in high school when I went and golfed it. So
yeah, it's a nice course and a nice place to have a meet, and it really tests the athletes. And I thought the junior high, I don't have names or teams, I'll tell you that the boys and girls ran together in the junior high. They just put them together. Usually I think they run separately, but they had enough room and the right amount of kids, and the girls and the guys run together in junior high. And there was a race all the way around between a young lady and a young man who stretched out the leads. And when they crossed the finish line, the guy might have come in an elbow ahead. I mean, that was quite a matchup to watch those kids compete, and pretty exciting day. But the the kids. It's a good sport. It's a tough sport, but what I like about watching young athletes, and I know you guys feel the same way, is okay. You have the ones that come in first, second, and third, and then you have the ones that come in 14th, 15th, or 20th, or 30th, and their teammates are waiting there to give them a high five, no matter what position they come in. It's just an accomplishment to participate in a sport like that. Wrestlers are the same way. They support one another. Football, all the sports, volleyball, when they get that rhythm going, like you were talking about last night, Brent, they're very impressive young people, no matter what their sport or their fans. Other kids that support them is fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, with cross country, you're competing against yourself as much as you are everybody else, and I think that's what's kind of neat. You're just trying to do better against yourself from meet to meet. So, I
do get a charge out of adults, though. I have to tell you, because they get so excited, and then pretty soon they're cheering those kids on, like, like pass that guy ahead of you. No, you go get him. And I'm thinking, geez, I couldn't run up that hill.
My nephew, this was a few years ago, he qualified for state cross country, so we went to watch him run, and I was going to be one of those guys that was going to run around the course, where you're here, you cheer for him here, and then you run over here and you cheer for him.
How many people did you tell that you were going to do that?
Not many.
No, yeah.
Let's just say I didn't quite make it to the finish line to cheer him on. By the time I was running all over the course, I'm like, oh my goodness, how do these kids do that?
I don't know how they do it, but they can do it, and it's fun to watch. Any of the sports that the kids are in, and all the different area teams and communities gather together to root the kids on. I think it's pretty cool. We did have a little miscue. I think we should talk about this after the game. Now, this is happening more frequently, I think, because there's more people plugging into plugins nowadays with the video and all the different things that's going on. Plugins are a premium to start with in schools. And we've had all ages do this, from guys in the after the football games up in the booth to like yesterday, where they're just they're done and they pull the plug. But that's happened frequently. Last night was one of those cases where Brent was. Fortunately, the game was over.
Yes, we didn't have the post-game show. That's fine. But yeah, we got unplugged a little bit prematurely last night, but that's okay. We, I think we're thinking of finding ways to, well, for one thing, like last night, they didn't really necessarily know we were plugged in to where they were. Yeah. So, it was one of those things that, just happens. But yeah, we're thinking of like maybe making a sign or getting some special fluorescent tape or something and saying,
a tag.
Please do not unplug.
Maybe, a little tag that wraps around the extension cord at the plug-in end saying property of KCNI KBBN, please do not unplug.
Maybe like for when we plug into a power strip or something, like a zip tie or something.
Yeah.
It just wraps around there and doesn't allow them to unplug it no matter what.
Now, in this case, it was absolutely just an accident. You know, that people didn't know. There are some cases where you think maybe they're just doing it on purpose. They're like, all right, I'm sick of listening to you, Apperson.
Shut up, you
Be
guys.
Be quiet.
Clink.
You're done. Game's over.
The unfortunate thing about it is for that sometimes the equipment that we're using, in this case, was kind of the perfect storm. We didn't have the equipment there to be able to get ourselves back on the air, and we didn't necessarily have anyone out here to do so. So someone had to drive out here. That's why there was a little bit of dead air last night.
And a little bit of silence.
Well, maybe that's all right. I don't know. When radio drives you crazy, but yeah, it's not like the old days where there's people at both ends. Most of our broadcasts are unattended at the studio. Once the broadcast is underway, the guys run the commercials and everything from the gym. And the downside is somebody unplugs you, or you even lose power if for some other reason. You have a router that has to reboot. Your laptop that you're running the commercials with is got to reboot. It's unplugged. And so even if even if you get everything back up and going, it's going to be a while, and then sometimes things get hung up with just an immediate unplugging of the cord, and you can't get things fired back up again. So, yeah, I told Brent I was actually listening on my phone in the bedroom, and I was getting right down the wire. I was pretty excited, but I dozed off. And when I woke up, there was no sound on the phone, and I thought, well, maybe the phone, sometimes they'll just quit, like that. And I couldn't get any sound out of it. And then I pushed the play button, and music started, and I thought, it was just my phone.
No.
It wasn't.
No.
All right. So, Jeremy, you're tinkering with some things right now, trying some new things for broadcast. I don't know how much you want to get into that right now, but what are you up to?
Well, basically, we're kind of getting to the point where we can stream video in several different places, from here in the studio and outside of the studio. More to come on that, but right now we're live on both of our Facebook, or on our Facebook page, both of our Twitter pages, and we're also live on our website as well, and YouTube. So we're live in all of those locations. And basically on your screen right there, Dave, on that right-hand side, if anyone leaves us a comment on any of those locations, you'll be able to see all of those comments right there on the right-hand side of the page in one spot.
All there.
All there.
Okay.
So it'll be a pretty slick way to handle things, and should be okay.
All right. That's more new goodies.
Yeah. David J. Burney.
Yeah.
We have a phone call on line 1.
Okay.
Can you bring it up on the air,
yes,
if you would, please?
Yeah.
Just say hello, and I'm sure they'll introduce themselves.
Good morning. This is Dave.
David, good morning, my friend. It's Bill Steffens calling.
Oh, hi, Bill. How are you, old friend?
I'm doing well.
Good.
What is this I hear about your interest in pursuing a law career?
Well, as you may or may not know, I've converted to wearing the same white shirt all week, and I was doing that as another experiment, and I haven't explained that to our listeners yet because it's an experiment I've been running. But with that, then I noticed wearing a white shirt that I felt more professional, and people were treating me with more respect, and I just thought, it's always interesting to try new things. And so I thought I would go online and get myself a law degree and see if I could get a job as a lawyer.
And you got a new pair of glasses, which people say make you look smarter.
Yeah. So I looked a little smarter than usual, had the white shirt on, and it just kind of evolved into that I wanted to practice law specifically for supporting and defending white-collar crime.
White-collar crime.
Yeah, because I think there's more money in white-collar crime, the way I understand it.
I wouldn't know. Well, Dave, I wish you the best of luck with that. I wasn't even aware that you could go online to receive a law degree.
Oh, sure. Everything's on the internet.
They print you out a certificate, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Just print you out a certificate.
Yeah, and you can even get like a side award with that for excellence in your studies.
Well, I'm wondering just how long that would take, to pursue something like that online. It takes 3 years if you attend courses.
And I don't want you to feel any anger or anxiety over that, Bill. I mean, it's just a click of the button for yours truly. I just click the button. Next thing you know, I have a degree in law. I know you spent a lot of money and time, but things have changed, Bill. Things have changed.
Yeah. Well, you'd still have to pass the bar exam, David.
Well, was that when you lean way back and you see if you can get underneath the bar and have a?
Well, I was going to say some would say, Bill, that Dave has already passed the bar exam.
Several times.
Oh, that's a very strong area for me, Bill.
Actually, this would involve about 2 days of exams.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I'm not saying you couldn't do it, Dave. I mean,
Well, do they scale those tests? I mean, like
for radio celebrities, yeah, it could be.
Well, I'm going to admit to you that some of my best grades came when there were tough tests and they scaled it. And that way I could get a passing grade sometimes.
So, Bill, what you're saying is just because you look the part doesn't give you a free pass to practice law. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Oh, okay.
But in so many words, there's a lot to that.
Yeah.
Well,
but looking the part, that's an important piece.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Bill. I've noticed, and I know that I hate to pit lawyers against one another. Who would want to do that? But I've already got a job offer.
Really?
At Borders Law Office. Yes.
Goodness.
And I think Mr. Duncan visited with you.
And I ran into Jim Duncan at the Muddy Creek meeting night before last, and he wondered why I hadn't contacted them personally for a job interview.
Well, Dave, when you get the law degree, I'd like you to come here first for an interview.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
But you're going to need you're going to need the degree, and you're going to have to pass the bar if you're going to practice law.
Okay. All right, you're kind of bringing me down. But I will say this. I would love working for you. I've always respected you as a friend and a lawyer, but I'm not sure Cindy likes me anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got that idea.
Well, I talked to her on the air the other day, and I heard on internet that her husband Dave was becoming a bull rider, and I was asking her about job opportunities and so forth, and she talked to me for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then I saw her at the cross-country meet on Saturday, and I walked up to her and asked her, because I didn't see Dave, I thought maybe he was riding bulls on that Saturday. And she actually took a swat at me.
Well, I'll have to ask her about that myself. I hadn't heard about.
Would you talk to her and ask her if I did get my degree and I was able to come to work for you, if she would accept that? Because I think she was a little upset with me.
All right. I'll run that past her.
Okay. But what you're saying in your mind, I need a real. Well, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, because I think you can get a real degree online. But you're saying I have to take a bar exam.
Yeah, bar exam. Then you're sworn in by the court, and presto.
Oh, wow.
What's the cost that comes along with taking the bar exam? There's got to be a cost to that.
I don't. Of course, I took my bar exam about 35 years ago. I don't recall that there's a large amount of cost there. Typically it's going through the law school to get that degree that's expensive.
Gotcha. How well you just skip that part, Dave. Just pay for the bar exam.
Well, I've had bar exams before, and I usually spend about $125.
So we're talking about bar bills now?
Well, does the bar exam have second and third rounds? Because I must be confused.
Well, I know there are people that have had to go back and do the bar exam again. I suppose that could be your second round at the bar, so to speak.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going back and doing it right. That's for sure. Well, Bill, thank you so much for your advice. I actually had my box packed with my office things in it, and I wrote on the box "attorney at law," and I was going to walk into the Borders Law Office and look for a desk.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Dave. Yeah, the one downside to this whole thing is that whoever hires you, the community's going to look at them as the person that took you out of the radio station.
Well, this wouldn't be
you'll be
done
missed.
until you retire from here, though, right?
Well, I'm not sure. And, Bill,
Oh.
I've also been working, of course, on my other big career change, and that would be Dave's lawn and knife sharpening business. I was looking at doing lawn work and sharpening knives. But, lawyers kind of sharpen their knives every once in a while before they go into court.
Yeah, I'm sure there are those who do.
Yeah. Well, Bill, thanks so much. And I think your calling was law, but I think you would have made a great radio announcer.
You're so kind. I appreciate it, Dave. Good talking with you, buddy.
Yeah,
Let's talk again.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sure.
If you hear of any criminal activity on the white-collar side, please let me know.
Will do.
All right. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. I didn't know you had to take a bar exam.
But you've passed a bar several times in your life.
I don't pass them
You'll be
very
all
often.
right.
Okay. That was fun. I was planning on, yes.
Bar exams can cost up to $1,300.
Oh, my.
Just for the exam?
Whoa.
Yeah, between $100 and $1,300, depending on which state you're in.
Now, I would say the one bar exam that I was involved in came close to that was the time I left Bob Bowles in charge of the tab.
I've heard about that bar
in
exam.
Anselmo. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that night.
Yeah, Boot wasn't saying, you want to buy a duck? He's saying, you want another round?
Yeah.
And evidently they said yes.
Yeah. For everybody who was there.
Yeah.
I think.
Fortunately, I wasn't. I don't know, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, I was not there. Okay, that was fun.
Yeah.
What else we want to do here this morning?
Well, what time? We got to play the game yet.
Better do that.
Do you have time to do school lunch menus, or you want to bypass those? What?
Oh, we have time because we don't have a
Time?
guest this half
Okay.
hour.
Well, let's go there first then. We'll start with Jeremy. Would you like to read some school lunch menus?
Sure.
You're here. Let me give
take
you
a couple.
All right.
I remember those days of school lunches.
Yeah.
What was your favorite school lunch, Brent, real quick?
Oh, well, when you heard hamburgers or pizza, that always got you excited.
We had these things called saucy subs.
Oh,
They were good. They had pepperoni and other sausages, pizza sauce, and mozzarella cheese wrapped in foil, and then they put them in the oven so they
Yeah.
were crispy.
I enjoyed flying saucers.
I was just going to say.
Flying saucers.
Yeah. Now, see, my kids and wife had no idea what I was talking about.
Is that a-
Dave knows though. It's well, the way these were made is it's a slice of bologna, and then you have mashed potatoes on top, and then cheese on it.
Yeah.
And then you throw them in the oven and you bake them, and they're fabulous.
It's pretty good.
Interesting.
And they would use an ice cream scoop to for
make
the
it nice and
potatoes,
even.
Yes.
so it would
Yeah.
look like us.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like a flying saucer.
And your fuel was the cheese or butter.
There you go.
okay.
All right, let's go to the menus. Here we go. Ansley today. Hamburgers for Ansley today.
It's the 18th, right? Okay.
Yep.
At SEM, donut holes and fruit. Oh, that's probably breakfast. French dip sandwich for lunch. That makes more sense.
There you go.
For Loop City today, it is bacon chicken ranch pizza and hamburger pizza.
Broken Bow today. Fresh baked ham and turkey sub, cheese and pepperoni pizza, and a taco burger. Some of the choices at Bow.
At Cozad today, super nachos with lemon butter broccoli corn, peanut butter and jelly sandwich with yogurt, or a mandarin orange chicken salad and cornbread.
And Arnold is showing no school today on the calendar anyway.
All right, Arcadia today. Sloppy Joe's. Sloppy Joe's.
Oh, let's see here. I had a day off. It wasn't a day off yesterday. Then Anselmo Myrna, fresh baked ham and turkey subs, cheese pizza, taco burgers, and green beans.
And I've got the Prairie Pioneer Center menu today at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Cheeseburgers, French fries, baked beans, and apple rings.
Callaway, today they're having spaghetti and chicken Alfredo.
All right. Ready to play the game?
Let's play the game and let's throw in
Tickets?
2 passes to the Mid-States Rodeo.
All right. And I'll throw in a little treat from the Dairy Queen in Broken Bow. How's that for your prize today? Hey, I have a little background music for you.
Oh.
It's on your, I guess, what we call hot buttons.
Oh, yes.
On the computer. And I think you'll see it there. It begins with the word Monday.
Oh, yes. Got it.
All right. This will tell you what our questions are going to be about for the next few days.
Okay.
All right.
Do this.
Okay. All right. There.
Great paint starting at $29.99 a gallon. Joanna Gaines Magnolia Home Paints in stock too at Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Can you believe it? Fall is here. The Secret Garden wants to celebrate the fall season with you with some savings. Head in and receive 15% off fall decor and willow tree this Saturday from 8:30 until 4:30. Don't forget to enjoy a delicious smoothie or latte while you shop. And come hungry because $5 hot lunches will be served. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden, open this Saturday.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
Are you having a hard time getting moving after your surgery? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. If you have recently undergone surgery to your knee, hip, shoulder, back, or wrist, or having trouble doing the things you love, call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. With our highly trained staff in orthopedic rehabilitation, we are committed to getting you moving again. Call us at any of our locations close to you or check us out at myteampt.com. 872-5111.
And we have Peg on the line. Good morning, Peg.
Morning, gentlemen.
How are you doing?
I'm better than nothing.
Good. Here's Brent.
Okay.
All right, Peg, here's your question for today. About said here's your answer, but we'll let you provide that. Who played for the New York Giants from 1952 to 1964 and was a commentator on Monday Night Football from 71 to 1997? Was it Eli Manning, Y.A. Tittle, Frank Gifford, or Phil Simms?
I think it was Frank Gifford.
It was Frank Gifford.
Listen, I got to tell Dave something.
Yes.
I think he has great potential in pursuing a law degree because I think, in my just deep feelings, he could be another F. Lee Bailey.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Thank you, Peg.
Who did he defend?
Well, let's see.
I don't know.
Was it the Mansons or?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'd want to do that.
Well, I know, but
can't you pick and choose who you?
Yeah, but you've heard of F. Lee Bailey.
Sure. Yeah.
I've heard the name.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have great potential.
Well, thank you. Thank
For
you.
the next one. I don't know how long he lasted, but you take it from there.
Okay.
Peg, we'll put your name on the prize. Just come on out and see us when you can.
Oh, I sure will. Thank you.
Thanks, Peg.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll have news for you next.
Everyone's into one-stop shops these days. Get your snacks and gas at the same time. Print pictures while picking up the groceries. When it comes to water, Downey Well in Myrna is your one-stop water source. Well drilling, pump installation, equipment installs, and operational hookup. They do it all with service after the sale, no middleman, no third party, no substitute. Work with them start to finish. Visit them online at downeywell.com or call 643-2463. Downey Well, your one-stop water source in Myrna.
September savings are at your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Barney Health Mart. Hall's sugar-free menthol cough suppressants, 25 counts, just $1.99. Bear aspirin, 100 counts, $6.49 with coupon. Save on Flonase and help with your allergy symptoms. Flonase blocks 6 allergenic substances while most only block 1. Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Hold on. I'm not sure why I was whispering. The savings Nate and Jack at Universal Insurance are seeing when people switch is not a secret. They have several insurance companies you can choose from for your commercial business, farm, and personal auto. They've moved it all. Why not save money while getting great coverage at the same time, backed by a couple of guys who have your back? Talk to Nate and Jack at Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today and insure your universe.
It's mum season at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. Beautiful fall mums are available now in a great array of colors. Sun Valley is open Monday to Friday, 4:30 to 6:30, located in Ansley, just off Highway 2 east of the fire station. Saturday and Sunday, they're open from 10 a.m. to noon, or just give them a call. Mums are a great fall splash of color. Pick yours up today at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. Visit them online at sunvalleynursery.org.
Listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. The Commerce Department has just announced it's banning people in the U.S. from downloading 2 popular apps, WeChat and TikTok. Says it's a way to safeguard national security. Reporter Elaine Cobb.
Commerce Department officials say the ban is because there are risks to Americans from data collection by the popular apps. The bans are in response to executive orders issued by President Trump last month because he has said the apps pose a national security threat. China has denied the data will be collected for spying.
A statement from Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross says today's actions prove President Trump will do everything in his power to protect Americans from threats of the Chinese Communist Party and its collection of Americans' personal information. The order could be rescinded by President Trump before it goes into effect Sunday. ByteDance, which owns the company, is trying to reach agreements. CBS Special Report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
Gavin Higgins with you, and here is a look at state news. After a cold front moved through the Panhandle last week, bringing blistery temperatures, snowfall and gusty winds at the Adams Family Pumpkin Patch in Scottsbluff is pleased to announce that their 6 acres have been spared. The Adams Family Pumpkin Patch has been providing pumpkin needs for 25 years, and to celebrate, they have put together their largest corn maze. Every year since 1995, the Adams have hosted a corn maze, bounce pad, hay slide, tractor pulls, and bonfires. This year, they have been taking things a step further with 2 more acres of pumpkins to choose from, and now a large maze showing their 25th anniversary, all thanks to GPS tracking. The annual Flashlight Corn Maze is set for October 10th, 24th, and 31st from 7 in the evening until 10 p.m. Bring your own flashlight or light of choice. Get free popcorn with your admission. They will also have warm drinks and snacks available for purchase, and the first 100 people on each night will get a free glow stick. Last year, over 500 people attended, and this year they may see less than expected. However, Adams wanted to give back to the community as they have done for years. Opening weekend begins Saturday, September 26th at 10 a.m., where you can find all your pumpkin and family fun events. The theme for the Applejack Festival 2020 is Any Way You Slice It, and officials at Arbor Day Farm are saying Wednesday's fire is further evidence that the annual festival is offering a slice of resiliency. While at the scene of the fire on Wednesday that threatened the historic Apple House, Arbor Day Farm Vice President Austin Mackerel said the festival will go on. Mackerel said Arbor Day Farm is reaching out to tent companies and hopes to pull some festival activities outside, such as the barbecue and pie house. The wine tasting could be moved to the historic barns, which are just across the campus. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, Applejack Festival events have been spread out over 4 weekends. This weekend's events include a fun run, bull riding, water barrel fights, and car show, as well as a 1 p.m. parade. Arbor Day Farm, which includes the Tree Adventure and new Treetop Village, has craft shows at the barns. The new conservation trail west of the Lead Lodge will be open.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Week 2 in the NFL got underway with Thursday Night Football in Cleveland, an AFC North clash as the Browns beat the Bengals 35-30. It was a battle of number 1 overall picks at the quarterback position for Cleveland. Baker Mayfield passed for 219 yards, 2 scores, and an interception, but he had Nick Chubb on his side. The running back rushed for 124 yards and 2 scores. Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow passed for 246 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions in defeat. Cleveland's 1-1, Cincinnati 0-2 on the season. NBA playoffs, Game 2 Eastern Conference Final, and the Heat beat the Celtics 106-101. Miami grabs a 2-0 series lead. Boston blew a 17-point lead in this one as they were outscored by the Heat 37-17 in the third quarter. All 5 starters for Miami scored in double digits in the win. NHL playoffs, Game 6 Eastern Conference Final, Lightning over the Islanders 2-1 in overtime on an Anthony Cirelli goal. Tampa Bay wins the series in 6 games to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. Golf first round at the U.S. Open. Justin Thomas is your leader by 1 stroke over 3 other players.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Look for hazy sunshine across the area for today with high temperatures working up to 74. Then for tonight, partly cloudy skies in the lower 50s. Breezy conditions for your upcoming weekend with a good deal of sunshine for your Saturday. Highs warmer up to 84 degrees. Saturday night clear in the upper 50s. And for Sunday, still a good deal of sunshine reaching the mid-80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Market declines, unemployment, oil prices. Today's headlines can be scary. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. I'll work with you to help you understand the impact of short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Don't let headlines derail your long-term financial security. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Currently 49 degrees here at Broken Bow. It's real hazy out there again. The sun is coming up, and it's just a round ball due to all that smoke in the air. It is clear but hazy this morning, and the winds are light out of the southeast. Barometric pressure 30.27 and a slow rise. High yesterday, a wonderful 77 with an overnight low of 47. Sunset today at 7:43. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:23. And we have recorded 71 hundredths precipitation so far this month. And we want to say good morning to Denise, who is watching the Facebook Live feed and listening, and also to our good friend Larry Bauer, who is making comments this morning and watching the show, so we appreciate that. Now we have another special guest on the air here that we're going to bring up in just moments to talk about the Driftwood Horse Sale, and we have Vicki Johnston with us. Good morning, Vicki. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys today?
We're doing well. Now, I think you could tell by our conversation off the air that Brent and Dave don't know a lot about horses, but we're excited to learn more, and it's very intriguing, the Driftwood bloodline that you told me about. Can you talk about that a little bit, and then we'll talk about the sale, but kind of tell the listeners out there who don't know, and probably some that do know, about the Driftwood bloodline.
Well, Driftwood was actually sold in 1932, and as he grew up, they actually used him in a lot of match races. He was very well known for his speed. Later on, he went into the rodeo world and went into roping. The amazing thing about the Driftwood bloodlines is they have such an incredible mind. You can cross them with so many different bloodlines, and the foals that you get have great minds, they're very athletic, and they train so well. Without a lot, they don't give you a lot of guff when they train. They're, great rope horses, great all-around horses. And the nice thing, that we like with our driftwoods and all the driftwoods coming in, with the sale, the amount of crossing that you will see in our sale is so phenomenal. And with pairing, they're great cow horse. They work great on the roping side, heading, heeling, breakaway. They're just incredible horses, and that's why I decided to start the sale, is so we can show the world what great horses the driftwoods are.
All right, and curious, are they an average size animal? I suppose that certainly depends on what you, if you do crossbreed them, what you you do. But as far as the animal itself, is it kind of an average size horse, a larger horse?
It can depend on the bloodline, which direction from driftwood they came from, which offspring that they come from. I mean, they can range from 14, 3, 15, 16. It all depends on what they're crossed with.
Okay. All right. So this is an opportunity for folks to add to their horse numbers for all sorts of purposes, or maybe first-time buyers who want to give this bloodline a try. Talk a little bit about the sale.
Well, we have the sale coming up, and that will be on September 26th. We have 58 horses that will be on the sale. All have, all are driftwood bred. We have horses coming in from across the country, actually. We have great breeders. We have breeders coming from Texas, Georgia, Kansas, Missouri, Minnesota, Colorado, South Dakota. I mean, we've got people coming in, breeders, consigners coming in from all over the country. And all of them, we've got a lot of really nice riders, ropers coming in. Got some great stud prospects coming in for future breeders. Weanlings coming in. We got yearlings coming in. We pretty much will have everybody covered, regardless of where they want to start with their driftwood line.
Okay. And again, this is coming up the 25th, you said?
On September 26th, we will have the sale, which will start at noon. Prior to that, people can come and preview the horses and look at them in the morning.
Okay.
Starting around 8 o'clock. But the other great added thing we have to the sale this year is we have a roping starting on Friday night.
Ah, okay.
So anybody who is a roper, the number 12 roping, so that'll be really awesome because anybody can come in and compete, and all of that is available on our webpage.
All right. And what is the address for that?
The webpage is www.driftwoodlegend.com, and if you go on our webpage and you click in the icon in the corner, you can pop on the icon, it'll say consigners, and that will show you all the different horses we have coming in this year.
Oh, great.
And you get to meet all of our consigners. It kind of gives a nice little profile of each person, which to me is kind of nice because you see where your horses are coming from.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine there's contact numbers on the website as well for folks who maybe want to call and ask you questions or someone else questions that's involved?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And my phone is on all the time, so anybody who has any questions or if they're looking for, a certain driftwood or if they have an idea of what they're looking for, I'm more than willing to have anybody call me and talk to me about the sale or what I can help them out with.
All right. And this is on the 26th, but you're going to have some roping on that Friday before. And this is all out at the fairgrounds?
This is all out at Custer County Fairgrounds.
Great place to have a horse sale. They've have others as well, but Vicki, I know you already realize this. There's horses coming to town every weekend out to that fairgrounds for ropings and rodeos and horse cutting, the horses and all that. So great spot. Thanks for having it here. I know the organizers out at the fairgrounds, the board and so forth, appreciate you having the sale at the Custer County Fairgrounds.
Well, I can sure tell you that coming from Minnesota down into Nebraska, that it is a phenomenal facility, and I love the hometown feeling that's in Broken Bow, and it's great for, my consigners and my buyers coming in. it's a very welcoming community, and the facility is amazing. And we're so blessed to be able to come down to Broken Bow and host our sale there with your community that's so supportive.
Well, we sure appreciate those comments, and I hope everybody does welcome you each and every time you come, and hopefully you'll be able to come back. The central location, I imagine, with people coming from everywhere also is beneficial. But, boy, if you want to spend more time here, you're welcome to, and we look forward to meeting you in person, Vicki.
Oh, I'm excited to meet you guys, and like I said, I'm super excited to come on into town again, and your Chamber of Commerce is phenomenal. The Fair Board is phenomenal. You know, I can't say enough about your town, you know, coming into Broken Bow. You know, I always tell everybody if I could just wrap it up and bring it back to Minnesota with me, I would.
Well, we appreciate those comments, and we'll talk to you again, Vicki. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Yes, you guys all have a blessed day, and thank you for calling.
Our pleasure. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, 8:16, that's Vicki Johnston with the Driftwood Horse Sale that's coming to the Custer County Fairgrounds. The actual sale's on the 26th, but they're having some open roping on the 25th. And we'll be talking with Vicki again. I think we might even be going out there to do a little live remote later on with Vicki and her crew there. So another fantastic activity out at the fairgrounds here at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Yeah, and again, it speaks to the facility that has been created out there. And, well, we got a lot of folks coming in this weekend to enjoy the facility as the Mid-State Finals Rodeo will be here this weekend. Performances tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday afternoon. You can get your tickets right out there at the Custer County Fairgrounds. Just load everybody up, and they'll take your admission fee as you drive in, and then you can find a spot in the grandstands and enjoy the best of the best. This is what these cowboys and cowgirls compete for all summer long, and that is to make it to the finals. So it's going to be a lot of excitement, and you can go out and enjoy it tonight, tomorrow night, and again on Sunday.
Now, you bet. Go out and enjoy yourself. The weather's going to be fantastic. And while you're there, stop by on Saturday under the grandstands between 5:45 and 6:30 to meet some of the area rodeo queens. They'll be signing autographs and taking pictures with you. And if you got kids, I think it would be a big thrill for them to meet these young ladies. Also on Sunday, the opportunity is open for that same meeting from 11:45 to 12:30 under the grandstands out at the Custer County Fairgrounds. And again, the Driftwood Legends Horse Sale coming up on September 26th, and the sale starts at noon, and that roping activity ahead of that. But I think you'll want to meet Vicki. She sounds like a wonderful person, and bringing in a unique and quality line of horses to be purchased at auction.
Mm-hmm.
This is National POW MIA Recognition Day. Didn't want to pass by that. This is a very important day. This was established back in 1979 through a proclamation signed by President Jimmy Carter, and since then, each president since then has issued an annual proclamation for this very special day, recognizing our POWs and missing in action veterans. And we'll be talking about that in the 9 o'clock hour this morning. And we have a little music lined up that was given to us from a friend of KCNI KBBN and honor those missing in action and those who have served all across the board and their families. So that's yet to come. We'll take a time out. We'll be back with more right after these words.
Do you have pain in your heels, ankles, or arches? It's time to learn how to kick that pain aside with a free foot pain assessment at Pearson Physical Therapy, available through the month of September. Call to get your 30-minute assessment date today, 872-5800. That's 872-5800 for Pearson Physical Therapy, offering free foot pain assessments through September. Visit them online as well at pearsonpt.com.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com. or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drive-bys is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Smoothbrook, Illinois.
Have you been back to Burlington lately? Your store is now restocked, so hurry in for more unbelievable deals on amazing brands and styles at up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day. Stop back in to see the fabulous values you've come to love, with more arriving all the time. Whether it's back to school, work, or just back, head back into your Burlington today and start getting more value for less again. Burlington. Love the deals.
8:20 is your time. A word from Jana Banana this morning.
Oh.
Ms. Bunner says, hey, guys, I love listening to you on my way to work.
Oh, thanks, Jana.
Jana, we love having you listen to us on the way to work. And we love our guests who come in, too, don't we, Brent?
Yes, we do.
Especially when they look so bright and sharp like this one.
Aw.
Casey, how are you?
You look cheery today.
Yeah.
I try every day. It's a choice.
A choice.
That's
not a
that's
chore.
a good
It's a
point.
choice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Choose joy every day.
Good for you. Thanks for bringing your smiling face. Is the sun still weird out there?
Yes.
Gosh, isn't that strange?
I was telling my daughter the smoke has hit us.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it's not as bad as where she's at in Colorado, but it's bad.
Yeah,
it's icky.
It shows us how small the world is.
Really?
Yeah. When
and
we're sending smoke to Europe in Nebraska.
for sure. And how weird weather can be, and just I mean, the sun is really pretty and it makes for some good pictures, but
yeah.
still, we'd rather that the fires would just go out and they wouldn't have pretty skies.
For those folks' sake, for sure.
Yeah.
So, it's already the middle of September. What does that mean at Mid-Plains Community College?
Well, it means that it's getting colder out, for one. For two, here we are almost to the middle of our semester already. I was just thinking as I was driving out here, I mean, it just goes so fast. Every year it goes so fast. We literally just wrapped up our fall registration. I mean, it was a little crazy this year, just for everything that's happening. But we really just got done, and now we're going to start in with spring, like next week. So don't panic. I mean, we'll handle this and we'll get everybody through. But it is time really to start looking at spring schedules already, so that we know where students are going to be in January, the spring term, air quotes. If you are a dual credit student, good job on everybody getting your forms in. It was a bit of a struggle there at the end. We really had to drag some kids through that process, kicking and screaming, but we got them through there. The next step in this process, just for parents, because sometimes, if you're new to this process, sometimes you don't always know what's going on. So the next step is you're going to start getting a bill for your class. Now, this is for parents who are parents of a student who is at a school where they are self-pay. There are some schools in our area that through various agreements, the student does not end up paying for their course. But some of our schools, a lot of them, and Broken Bow is one, students self-pay for their course. So you'll get a bill in the mail. You may have already gotten one last month, depending on when you registered. But bills will start going out for this semester if you haven't got one here probably next week. So, it's really important to make a plan on how you're going to take care of that, so that when we do get to that spring semester to register, that your student is ready to go. You have to have your bill paid before you can move on to the next semester. So just keep that in mind. We have students who they just pay for the course outright. There are some scholarship opportunities out there for students who qualify. Specifically, the one that we mention the most is called an ACE scholarship. And an ACE scholarship is based on your financial status. If you qualify for free and reduced lunch, you'll probably qualify for an ACE scholarship, and it will pay for up to 2 courses a semester for your students. So, so it's a good opportunity to take care of. If you're interested in that and you think that you might qualify, then you need to talk to your school's guidance counselor, because the process starts in the school. So We also sometimes, we'll talk to students about, if your grandma has been saying, well, what can I get you for a birthday gift? Or what can I get you for a Christmas gift? I know that sounds a little funny sometimes, but grandmas like that kind of thing. And grandpas like to, feel like they're an active part of of their education. So we do have sometimes people come in and say, I want to pay for this course for Joe Smith, the student. So that's always a possibility too. But just make a plan and, just communicate that. Try to have that taken care of before the end of the semester. So don't ignore them because they don't go away. So I will say just a little bit of a teaser that we do have some other options coming up on the horizon as far as dual credit and the cost of the classes. So just stay tuned. That's all I can say for now. But
that's a good teaser because we know that Mid-Plains works hard to get people in the classroom that want to be in the classroom. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So stay tuned. I think you'll find some good surprises coming up in the spring semester. So our spring registration does open up October 12th. So, we're looking at a little less than a month and we'll start registering students for the spring semester. If you know anything about me and my time, that's kind of a busy time of year for us. That's state golf, people. And so we like to have everybody registered and their forms filled out and everything before that date. So that Monday morning, we can send everything in and get everybody registered. So you'll start seeing me knocking on doors and making phone calls here pretty soon so we can get registered for the spring semester. So keep that in mind.
Okay. Joan was in last time and was talking about some of the alternative classes that you guys are offering, and that's kind of getting back to full steam ahead, which was good to hear.
Very much. I mean, people are, ready to get out and, safely and come in and take some of those enrichment courses that we can offer. The one that we're talking about a lot is our QuickBooks course. It's coming up on October 21st and 22nd. It's 8:15 to 4:30, both of those days. And you are going to get the experience of a lifetime in that class. The instructor that we have is not from the area, but this is what he does for a job, is QuickBooks. So if you are wanting to really, really dive deep in, what QuickBooks is and how to use it and how to apply it to your business or your personal finances, this is the course for you. So the cost of the course is $219, which for a 2-day course with the professional that you're getting here is a pretty good deal.
Bargain, yeah.
Yes. But we also have funding options too. So the grant that we've been talking about, the NWRI grant that the state of Nebraska received, this can cover education for you if your employment has been impacted by COVID-19. So the parameters are pretty broad. If you can show any kind of impact at all, you're going to qualify for this grant. It's pretty easy to qualify. Open. And that can pay for this QuickBooks course. So if that doesn't work out, we have other options too, like GAP funding and some other grant programs that we have. So this could be a really good course for folks to take. If you've been on the fence about taking it, 2 days, very intense. We bring all the materials that you need. We have all the laptops set up. It's going to be a good course. So it's about half full right now, which I'm excited to see. So we have another month to fill up that other half. So if you've been interested or thinking about it, call us right away because we want to get you in. So
it will fill.
It will, and I'm happy for that. So.
Yeah, it's one of those tools that if you learn how to use it and use all the things it's capable of, you're in the driver's seat. But if you're dabbling from the outside, trying to get along, just get by, it's very frustrating.
That's what I did when I first started using QuickBooks. Is I literally went to Amazon and bought the book QuickBooks for Dummies and read it, and I was like, I got this. I'm ready to go. And I open it up, and I'm looking at it going, well, this doesn't look the same as what was in the book.
Yeah, it's changed.
Yeah, and it's not an easy program to use, and especially if you're not, really accounting minded.
Right.
That's me. It's not easy, but it's a good program to use. It takes good care of your finances, and it gives you a lot of good reports, and it makes taxes a lot easier. I mean,
Yeah.
you just send that to your accountant and they kind of take care of it from there. But you got to know what you're doing to put
Yeah.
it in there. So, if you're looking at a small business owner or, a ag producer.
Ag, cottage business.
Yes, it's a good program to use, and we're happy to bring this trainer here.
So I have a question about the class.
Yes.
Is it for people who have dabbled a little bit in QuickBooks, or is it even for someone who has never touched QuickBooks? Or and then about the software, do you have to have the QuickBooks program when you arrive to the class, or is that part of the class and what you pay?
I'll answer that last part first.
Sure.
No, you don't have to have the QuickBooks program.
Okay.
Prior to the class, the trainer brings all of the laptops with all of the materials that are needed. Of course, after that, you're going to have the software there. But and then as far as skill level coming into the course, I think it could be anyone, because it really starts at lesson 1.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is, even if you've been using QuickBooks for a while, like I said, if you're like me, I can use it and I can put our stuff in there, but I really sometimes don't understand what I'm doing with it. So I think it's a really good refresher for someone who's been using it and maybe needs to go back and really dive deep into why this works the way it does, or why you use this menu and that kind of thing. So, beginner on up to, if you're an accountant, you probably know these things, but, anyone who's kind of dabbling around in it, I think it'd be a great class to take.
Yeah.
So
take advantage of it, and it's half full now. So
it is, yes. And we've really been talking a lot about it, but it's because it's so important, and it's going to be a great one.
Okay.
We do have other community education classes other than QuickBooks, even though that's what our focus is right now. I suggest going to our Facebook page. Joan does a great job posting upcoming courses and things that we've got coming up there. So if you're interested in something, take a look or give us a call. We'd be glad to walk through it with you.
All right. Before we, is anything else that we...
I think that's about it for now.
All right. Now, you mentioned golf. Is the golf season going all right for the Indians golf team? I guess I'm a little behind. Is it going okay?
It's been a pretty decent year. I mean...
It's been a very good year.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on.
Yeah.
It has
been. It's been a dream.
Yeah, girls have been
year.
doing great.
They are. First of all, to the parents of these golf girls, I mean, kudos to you, because every one of these girls is just kind, respectful. They're wonderful. I just cannot say that enough about them. And we were just having a chat with our varsity team last night, and there are schools out there that would sell their soul to have any of our girls on their team. And we were telling them, all like our top 6 girls, any other school, if they were by themselves in another school, they would be the number 1 golfer, hands down.
You got them all together.
And we have them all together. I mean, how did this happen? It was like a perfect storm coming together. So there are some great things coming up.
Yeah.
And we're excited to be along for the ride.
Well, what you really like is not only they're good at the game, they're good young ladies.
They are.
And understand golf isn't going to treat you right every day. So it's
sure.
a good lesson there, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a humbling sport.
Yep,
But we've all been on the highest of high, and we've had some lows this year, but we use them as learning experiences.
All right. Casey, thanks so much. Good to see you.
You too.
We'll take a quick time out. I think we have more guests in the lobby. Stay tuned.
Going on now for a limited time only, the post-Labor Day sale at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Cash and check only, please. Buy a bundle or more of creosote or copperline posts and take 5% off. In-stock quantities of creosote or copperline posts are ready to head to your land. Plus, save 5% off all in-stock Benjamin Moore exterior paints and stains. The post-Labor Day sale at Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley. Awesome savings on posts and Benjamin Moore exterior paints and stains for a limited time only.
Send request split. Bruning Bank is proud to now offer Zelle as a solution to send funds electronically. Perfect for splitting rent or the dinner bill. Access Zelle through Bruning Bank's free app or online banking platform. Getting started is quick and easy. Zelle has replaced pot money. Visit BruningBank.com to learn more about switching or signing up for Zelle. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
Sometimes life changes just like the seasons. Do you have the right accounts for where you're at in life? Call or stop by any NSB branch in Broken Bow, Myrna, or Callaway, and they'll be there. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
You've got a friend.
It's 8:35. Brent is leaving because he is going to go to CarQuest this morning and talk about their filter sale that they have every fall. And so we'll be checking in with Brent live at CarQuest in the 9 o'clock hour this morning. For the first time in a long time, we have Rick Nelson from Custer Public Power with us here this morning. Rick, good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Dave.
You're looking sharp. I like your jacket, your shirt.
Thank you.
Like my shirt?
I love it.
Hey,
I just about wore a white shirt.
Oh, well, yours has white in it. You're headed in the right direction. So since we talked, I'm sure there's a lot of things that have happened, but I wanted to start with a story that was posted yesterday, I believe, and certainly on the Sandals Express today about an employee that most people know because Jerry Sponel has worked a long, long time at Custer Public Power, I believe.
Absolutely.
1975, I read. Is that right?
You know, that's probably correct.
Yeah. And the thing about being in a small community, and we're talking community of Custer and surrounding area, is that I remember, and I think other people might, when Jerry and Ginger got married and when they dated. and I think Jerry had a real nice Ford hot rod that he had when they first got married. And they've stayed here and worked here and contributed to the community and contributed to safety and all the things that you care about.
Absolutely.
And he received an award for that, right?
Right. So it's a statewide award voted on by his peers across the state, not necessarily from our organization. Although I did have I did the application.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to say. But so his statewide peers actually voted for him. You know, there's a lot of people across the state where we're talking about this during the event. A lot of deserving people across the state that deserve this award, and Jerry ended up getting it, and so it's a great opportunity. I think it's a great showcase of his career. It's kind of an honor that they've been handing out that award since 1983, and so it's good, and I'm pretty proud. In the last 12 years, we've had 3 Custer Power employees be nominated and actually get the award. So.
Yeah, that's very good.
Kudos to Jerry and all that he does and all that he's doing and continues to do for Custer Public Power and our organization. So,
and I don't believe it's a secret. I know it's in the story that Jerry's been fighting illness and serious and taking treatments and so forth. So he's a tough guy. I know that's what his family talks about,
absolutely.
Is staying tough. So we wish him the best with that as well. So, yeah, that's a good sign, Rick. And I know people who have listened to your show here for a number of years now, safety is right there at the top of your list.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
So,
and that's so the JTNS, Job Training and Safety organization. That's the committee from the statewide that votes on it. But it's more than safety. It's being involved in a community and hoping that or projecting a better community for everybody around. So
right.
it's an all-around award, but it is focused on safety. And so
yeah,
we've always been pretty involved in that organization and in that committee. So, it just shows you that, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of people in an organization that take it to heart. So
yep, and I know by reading the article, and folks, it's on Sandhills Express. Please read it, because it highlights things such as respect from fellow workers, the work ethic. It's all one big award.
So, like I said, it goes way beyond safety and work ethic and involvement and being a leader in the community, and it's
a great award.
It's pretty huge.
Yeah. And we always enjoyed over the years working with Jerry on tower situations and so forth. He was always wonderful to work with, and so anyway, that's a good story. Now, it's been a while since you've been here. Let me just throw this out on the table here.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Yeah. Okay, we have this crazy election coming up, which I think everybody in the world wants to have done and get it behind us. We have smoke in the air all the way from the West Coast, which is tragic and sad in many ways. We have COVID-19 that's still hanging around and wants to stay with us this winter. And I don't know that if you think back in time that we've ever had quite that combination of crazy things to deal with. And I know that you guys have been super careful with how you've conducted yourselves since COVID, and I suppose the smoke in the air reminds you of lots of different situations that your linemen have been through over the years.
Yeah.
But here we are, and we're looking at the year being half gone. Over half gone, going into the final stages of it. What's the umbrella of thought at Custer Public Power? I mean, you've worked really hard to keep everybody safe, I know. Where are you at right now? I know Nebraska's lifted all the restrictions, but what are you guys doing?
Well, you painted a pretty doom and gloom picture there, Dave.
Well, it's just reality, my friend.
So, to counteract that doom and gloom, we've actually got a lot of work done this year.
Great.
And we've been, like you said, we've had a plan from the beginning. We separate, we isolate, and we just go out and do the job. And so the guys know that, this is, they have a team, and their team is, looking out for each other. And so if there's a problem there, then, we address the problem. But we've just been getting a ton of work done, and these guys have been working pretty hard. Boy, you switch that off to the office, and we're in the middle of AMR to AMI, so the meter reading stuff that's going on. We're in the middle of converting that. We've got a third of the meters changed out. We need to change out another 2/3 of the meters. It's that part is just crazy. And to throw on top of it, we're converting our customer and business software.
Oh boy, that's always fun.
When you're in the middle of a pandemic, why not just do it all?
Why not? You're in the office.
Wow.
Crazy
anyway,
people.
So I got people pulling their hair out, but we're trying to stay on top of that. There's a lot of moving parts in there, but we're focused. We want to, at the end of the day, we want to provide that service to the customer, and we want that power to stay on. So we're just we're scrambling internally to keep our arms around it, but we've got a good team, and they've got a lot of things to do, but they're staying on top of it.
Okay.
So I guess the essence of 2020 is, although it's a fire and brimstone kind of a scenario, it's also fire and brimstone from a workload perspective.
2020 you will not forget, is what you're saying.
No.
Yeah.
But things are going well. We also are in the middle of getting some contracts out. Next week we have a board meeting, and I'll be in, I believe I have a radio show next Friday as well.
Right.
And so we will talk a little bit more about, what the board did at that board meeting. But we have contracts out for 38 miles of transmission line between Dunning and Seneca. And this project's driven by voltage. It's driven by, believe it or not, load growth in the Sandhills.
Well, that's kind of good to hear. In a way.
Well, yeah, but it's a little bit unbelievable. But there, whether believe it or not, it's happening, and so we need to. And this just hasn't creeped up on us. It's been coming for a long time, but it's time, and so we took the plunge, and we're all that's going good. All the property owners are excited to get that line replaced. It's caused us over the years many blinking clocks
and late hours in the early morning.
And when it locks out and you got to look at every inch of it before you plug it back in. It's just that's part of the safety protocol, and sometimes that takes 4, 5, 6 hours to get accomplished. And we drive it, and we don't see anything, and it's anyway. So it's been a long time goal of mine to get that converted to 69, probably ever since I started at Custer. So we're getting that accomplished. Jason and his crew, who went through a mapping software change about a year and a half ago, so he thinks he's on Easy Street. He's not.
He's not, but it feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But so those guys are staying busy there too. So
good.
Lots of stuff going on.
Can I ask you, this season has been a little different. Now we had 2019, we had floods and lots of water. Same the year before, irrigation use was limited compared to average years by a long ways.
About zero.
Yeah. How's this year? I mean, we had first half of the summer, we were, getting some rains off and on, and then here comes second half of July and August, and I wondered how things held up out there.
Well, things are, everything's great. So we're, we didn't set any new peaks this year, but 2017 did. But we haven't set anything new this year. But kilowatt hour sales are good. Irrigation was good. When we go from, well, I hate to say it, but this was maybe more of a typical year from a load standpoint. Okay. So we get through June. Usually it turns on about July. And then ramps up until about the end of August, and that's kind of
what we had.
It went a little bit longer, but and it wasn't real hot and heavy. It was just a nice little average that we were able to manage very well, and we, from a cost perspective, we manage those on-peak peaks well, and so that'll show up good for us next year.
Good.
So from a management standpoint, I think we're doing very well. 2018, 2019 were just crazy. Hardly selling any kilowatt hours, no new peaks. In fact, the peaks were half of what they should have been. But from a margin standpoint, we're still sitting where we need to be, and I think 2018, 2019, we ended up much better from a margin perspective because we could control those wholesale power costs. which represent about 60% of the cost. So that's if we can control that better, that helps out our bottom line a whole lot faster than if we don't buy a roll of toilet paper or something. So,
yeah.
So 2020 from a irrigation perspective, I think everything's good. Our load was good. We also in 2020 gave back a PCA. Represents I don't know about 3% or so. So technically, everybody's power cost, whether you're residential or irrigation, were down this year. It looks like in 2021 we'll have that or a little bit more from a PCA is a production cost adjustment. So what we've used that for in the last 20 years, besides 2020, is a way to recapture cost that are a one-time cost to generation at NPPD. It's a pass-through from them.
Mm-hmm.
However, NPPD's been doing extremely well with margins and market, and so there's a lot of excess funds in their bucket, and so that's where it's coming back from. And so we're just taking the opportunity to pass it on back, and it's been good.
It's good, and there's some good-looking crops out there too. So hopefully that'll help our producers.
A lot of silage coming out.
Yep, yeah. Well, let's see here. I wanted to ask you about climate change.
Oh, okay.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Right now the news is we're having more hurricanes. We have the fires. We have all the things that are going on out there. And there's always this constant debate about whether there isn't. And I don't want to go there, but I do want to ask you if there's been any changes in your long-term plans with MPPD and Custer Public Power on going more green. I know you guys have a portfolio you're working on to diversify. Is everything still kind of in place as the way you planned it, or are talking about any changes?
So NPPD is at 10%. So 10% of their energy is renewable. Mm-hmm. From a carbon perspective, 2019 they were closer to 60% carbon free in the energy that they produced. I'm going out on a limb, but I'm pretty sure that's better than anybody else in the Midwest, at least, and not probably even farther than that. 60% of your generation being carbon free, that's huge. I mean, that's a big number.
That's something you wanted to see, and I don't think you were looking for those numbers. So,
No. 5 years ago, that number was in the mid 40s, and so what's changed in that time frame? Well, not a lot has changed from a generation portfolio perspective, except that more of that energy is going on the market instead of staying local. Cooper Nuclear continues to break records from run time. So that's part of the carbon-free mix. Hydro and wind, of course. NPPD being at 10%. That's 10% of that is wind. There's more and more solar coming online. So it's from a carbon perspective, NPPD is sitting better than a lot of people.
Okay. Are there?
If I can add one more, there's a power district in the Northeast that's buying their power from a Tennessee cooperative. That's about 90% coal. So there are other entities that are trying to achieve a lower carbon footprint, but NPPD is actually there.
Okay. Now, we could debate about the nuclear thing, but we'll save that for another time.
Well, you wanted to talk about carbon, so nuclear's part of that carbon.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Well, I've kind of we bounced around a little bit here, covering a lot of different things, but I wanted to give you a chance to talk about anything that we haven't talked about.
What would you think about everybody in my service territory having access to broadband?
I think that would be so wonderful.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
It would be fantastic in so many ways, for students, for businesses, for economic development. Is it something that you can talk about?
We have a radio show planned for the 16th of October, and that radio show, that's when I let the cat out of the bag completely.
Oh boy!
But there's some people in the Arnold area that are going to be pretty excited coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Teaser.
Absolutely.
Next couple of weeks?
Yep.
Wow. I'm going to go over and hang around some of my old buddies and see what the scuttlebutt is over there.
Yeah. Hold your phone up in the air.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be interesting and exciting news. If I guess one of the benefits, if you want to call it a benefit, was side benefits of COVID is it really did expose our country, not just
mackerel.
here.
Yeah.
Expose our country to what happens when we don't have equal access to internet. We don't know about what the rest of the school year is going to be like, for instance. So, and there are places where people don't have the opportunity to have classes at home because they don't have the connections, even somewhat here. So
yeah,
I'm sure the ears are perked right now.
Yeah, absolutely. My last 6 months of my life have been a Zoom meeting. It's just one right after the other. Zoom or Teams or whatever.
Skype, whatever.
Meeting. Yeah. It's wow.
Well, it's changed. I just got a call this week, and we do a voluntary FCC inspection every, I can't remember, 3 years, something like that.
Right.
And then that way the big guys won't be as likely to come in and surprise you. If you cooperate and go through an inspection, and they usually come out in person. And this engineer is from Missouri, and when COVID hit, he wasn't comfortable traveling all over. Probably a smart move on his part. And even now he calls and says, you know what, if you'll send me some documents, and you can Zoom on Monday, we can do this in an inspection this way, and you might have to go up to the tower and show me some things. And so Monday morning or Monday afternoon, we're going to do a FCC inspection Zoom.
Holy mackerel.
So I'm going,
I guess that's kind of a huge step forward, maybe.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't have to spend the whole day.
Oh, boy.
And he said, well, if you send me the documents ahead, it'll take about 30 minutes. I'm going, this is fantastic. So those kind of things we've discovered due to the situation we're in.
Yeah, I like having a staff meeting every Monday and Wednesday at 8:00. Never really had a staff meeting before, but having them now, I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah,
it's everybody gets to be on the same page, and it takes 15 minutes.
Yeah, they don't last as long typically as you would if you were sitting in the room and yakking about other things.
Yep. Yep. So you don't have to have everybody pick all their stuff up and come into the room and sit down. It still keeps us isolated.
Yeah.
It keeps us separated, and I'm liking it.
You're okay with it?
I'm liking it.
I just found here, your staff, kudos to them, but we try to have meetings on Monday And it was like, including myself, having a meeting with zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Mondays.
Yep.
So we moved ours to Tuesday.
Well, you notice I said Monday and Friday.
Yeah.
Or I mean Wednesday and Friday.
Wednesday and Friday, yeah. Yeah. So,
but to tell you the truth, operations and engineering and customer service, we've actually been doing meetings for almost 2 years now by
Have you?
Zoom.
Yeah.
We tried a couple of other platforms, and Zoom seemed to be the one that worked best. All the area service centers, whether it's they have a 7 o'clock start time or 8 o'clock, whenever they start. Whenever they start, they all Zoom in. So Stapleton's in the same room, Callaway's in the same room, Thetford, but once COVID hit, and then we started separating out Broken Bow into Dustin's in his room, office, and Cindy's in her office, and I'm in my office, Jason's in his office, and we all just Zoom into one big screen meeting room.
Yeah, it's
but we've been doing that for quite a while.
That's great. Some of it will go away when everything gets back to normal, because we do need to every once in a while, have that human contact.
Oh, absolutely.
But certainly faster, more widespread internet. I'd like to talk about that.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Because we still have, like a lot of people, you can only plan so far as to what your connection may or may not be. Now, the guys out on the farm and ranch, to me, if you were talking about Zooming, but they have their phones, these guys and gals know how to take pictures and video. If they have an internet connection, they have a breakdown, they can actually put that phone down at that bearing and shoot a picture or a video to the repair guy, and those sorts of things are phenomenal tools to use for the producers out there, and what they do with their pivots and all of the things that I know you're integrated in.
Well, we had, I don't know if you remember Julie Bushell from Page Wireless.
Yes.
So there are terabytes of potential data out there that these producers are, I'm going to say hoarding, because they can't do anything with it. But I'm thinking in the very near future, Custer County is going to be the shining star in this rural America get connected with broadband arena.
Well, you've left us with some exciting possibilities. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
All right.
I'm pretty excited.
Rick, it's good to see you again. I'm glad that
So how's your life been?
You know what? Just like everybody else, adjusting, maybe needing to think out of the box a little bit here and there to get the same thing done, but differently. Crew here, phenomenal.
Yeah.
My wife's really been nice to me lately, even though I did offer to put her to work at Evans Feed, lifting feed bags. So yeah, everything's pretty good. Trying to become a lawyer. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to become a nuclear engineer, and so
No.
your relationship with your wife might go downhill after this conversation today. But
yeah. No, I think most of us in this part of the country, not everyone, don't want to get too rosy here.
No.
But we've all got along pretty darn good here in this part of the country.
Yep, I believe so. I think it's we're not foreign to stocking up for the winter. We're not foreign to a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, you get to this time of year, and even I feel like I need to get tomatoes put up yet for the winter.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Our way of life. And we just honestly don't have as many people to run into in this part of the world, which in this particular instance works out a little bit better than being crammed together all in one spot. So
Yep.
And I'm not sure how you feel, but I like a little space anyway, so that's why we're here, right?
Well, I just like knowing the fact that the person in front of me and behind me probably washed their hands today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that helps. Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Dave.
Come back and see us. I know you will. We
Absolutely.
got some plans for that.
I've got lots of things going on.
Okay. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The U.S. will ban the use of the Chinese app WeChat on Sunday, citing national security concerns. And downloads of the app TikTok will be banned as well. The U.S. has accused China of using the apps to spy on Americans and steal their personal data. A firefighter has been killed battling the wildfires in California. His body discovered in the San Bernardino National Forest. The death toll from the western fires is now at 35. In Oregon, welcome rains, but there are drawbacks. Governor Kate Brown.
There are always challenges with a storm like this, such as winds and lightning strikes.
On the Gulf Coast, a cleanup after Hurricane Sally. Correspondent Manuel Bojorquez.
Fort Morgan, Alabama, near where Sally made landfall, is now a disaster zone. There, the storm ripped entire floors off homes and left boats piled on top of each other in the rubble of a collapsed dry dock.
CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Week 2 in the NFL got underway with Thursday Night Football in Cleveland, an AFC North clash as the Browns beat the Bengals 35-30. It was a battle of number 1 overall picks at the quarterback position for Cleveland. Baker Mayfield passed for 219 yards, 2 scores, and an interception, but he had Nick Chubb on his side. The running back rushed for 124 yards and 2 scores. Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow passed for 246 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions in defeat. Cleveland's 1-1, Cincinnati 0-2 on the season. NBA playoffs, Game 2 Eastern Conference Final, and the Heat beat the Celtics 106-101. Miami grabs a 2-0 series lead. Boston blew a 17-point lead in this one as they were outscored by the Heat 37-17 in the third quarter. All 5 starters from Miami scored in double digits in the win. NHL playoffs, Game 6 Eastern Conference Final. Lightning over the Islanders 2-1 in overtime on an Anthony Cirelli goal. Tampa Bay wins a series in 6 games to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. Golf first round at the U.S. Open. Justin Thomas is your leader by 1 stroke over 3 other players.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Look for hazy sunshine across the area for today with high temperatures working up to 74. Then for tonight, partly cloudy skies in the lower 50s. Breezy conditions for your upcoming weekend with a good deal of sunshine for your Saturday. Highs warmer up to 84 degrees. Saturday night clear in the upper 50s. And for Sunday, still a good deal of sunshine reaching the mid-80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Did you know Custer Electric and Irrigation is your pivot place as well as your electrician? Their electrical offerings start with grain bins. They are a Conrad American dealer and can do any and all rewires, augers, and any other bin repairs you may have. Get your bins harvest ready by giving Custer Electric a call. They also do residential electrical, including brand new homes, remodels, troubleshooting, and more. Don't forget commercial electrical. Lance and the crew do all electrical, including repair of motors and generators, wiring of new or remodeled shops, and everything in between. Don't go out of town for your motor or generator repair when Custer Electric can take care of you right here at home. With Somatic by Lindsay on their side, you can trust the work to be done right and at a price that's fair to you. Call Lance at Custer Electric and Irrigation today at 872-7786. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
It is 9:09. Rick and I still talking electricity. But we are going to take a break now, and we're going to talk filter sale at CarQuest in Broken Bow. That's coming up right after these words.
Calling all Clark shoe lovers out there. Stop by and see all the wonderful fall shoes from Clark's that we have here at Bow Bootery. While you are here, register to win a free pair of Clark's. We have so many shoes for you to look at and choose from. New fall shoes from Clark's and other awesome brands. Bow Bootery, we're your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow.
Aero Aviation is happy to have served the area since 1971, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Their aircraft is equipped with the latest in GPS guidance and flow control technology, and they're always searching for the next big thing in aviation. Contact Casey and Melissa Williams at 872-5113 and talk to them about your fall pasture spraying. That's Aero Aviation, proud to serve Custer County and surrounding areas.
Having computer problems? Don't take it out on your computer equipment. Call Mark Phillips with Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. He offers computer sales, repair, and on-site service. Is your computer slow or infected with a virus? Mark can clean it up. Whether it's a home system or the networking of an office, Central IT is ready to help. From custom builds to individual IT products, Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. Call Mark at 872-6600 for Central IT.
What are two pastimes we all love? Grilling and watching our favorite shows or teams on TV. Lines Appliance in Broken Bow has what you need to do both of those. Kamado Joe grills are unlike any other grill on the market. They replicate wood oven cooking, designed for perfect airflow, which evenly distributes heat and flavor. On the television side, Lines has quality options from LG, from small to big. They can help you find the perfect size you'll need for your space. Appliances and more at Lines Appliance in Broken Bow. All right, 11 past the hour of 9 o'clock. Let's go to CarQuest in Broken Bow, Nebraska with our report. Here's Brent Apperson.
Well, hi, Dave. Good morning, everybody, and we welcome you to CarQuest here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, as we're here with the guys, and we're going to talk about what they have going on. We've got Lewis, who is kind of finishing up with a customer here this morning, and he'll join us as we get ready to go. Lewis, good morning. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Well, let's tell the folks a little bit about what you got going on. I know that you've had a filter sale going on, and there's still a few days left to take advantage of that. Tell the folks about it.
Yeah, we still have through Monday for the filter sale. That's our semi-annual, the fall sale. Have another one in the spring.
Okay. And as far as what that, I mean, if it says filter on it, is it on sale, or how is that? How are you running that?
It's more the blue line and the heavy duty filters.
Okay.
Kind of getting agricultural people all ready to go for harvest and get them ready to go through the winter.
Yeah.
Fuel filters.
Well, we're certainly in that time of season where, the seasons are changing and everybody's got to get ready now for that colder weather ahead. And I'm sure that you've got everything for the ag folks, or just anyone in regards to their personal vehicle too, huh?
Yeah. We're starting to see people wanting to get ready for their diesel pickups with the winterization additives for the fuel. So everybody's getting ready for the wonderful cold weather ahead.
Yeah. We know what's coming, don't we? We were talking before we came on the air about the product DEF, and you guys got some of that, but it sounds like it's kind of going fast too. Is that right?
Yeah, I bought a whole truckload of it on a special. The 2-gallon jug is $6.67 if they buy them singly, or if they wanted to buy it up to pallet lots, I'll make them a better deal on that.
Okay.
But it's while the supply lasts.
Okay. If a person can't get into town right away, but they're interested, can they just give you a call and maybe hold something back?
Yep.
Okay. What's the best way to reach you? What's your number here at the store?
308-872-2473.
All right. And the hours as we go through the fall?
7:30 to 6 every day, or Monday through Friday, and 7:30 to 3 on Saturday. And if somebody has an emergency with a hydraulic hose or something, as long as I'm anywhere available, I'd be happy to come help them out, keep moving.
Yeah. And I'm sure that you guys get quite a few calls like that. Even as we've kind of gone through the summer, the planting season, and now of course we're focusing on harvest, I'm sure you guys have made a few trips to try to keep everybody going out there.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot more hectic the last couple weekends.
Yeah, I bet. Well, and that's and I know you guys take pride in that too. I mean, it's about servicing your customer and making sure that they have what they need, because I'm sure they can't always pull away from the task at hand to come into town. So
no, with silage chopping going, that's been the biggest deal. Is those guys only got a small window to make their deal work, so they got to run every minute they can. So we just try to help out however we can.
Some of the other things, you guys always have a great supply of things here in the store. As we start thinking about getting prepared for the winter season, I know you think about, okay, we need the windshield wipers ready, in the spring and summer when it's raining. But boy, in the wintertime, you want those wipers good too, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. And then we see it every year. People need to make sure they get their summer washer fluid out of their reservoirs.
Yeah.
'Cause about that first few cold snaps, we'll have people come in and everything's froze up and the slush is on the road, and it kind of makes a mess out of the window.
It's a lot easier to come in and talk to you guys to take preventative measures as opposed to trying to do the fix-up after something's already happened, isn't it?
Yeah, the eat the bug guts off the window washer fluid doesn't work real good in freezing weather.
That's right, yeah. Of course, everybody wants to make sure that their battery's ready to go as we start getting into those colder temps, and I know you guys kind of have the battery center over there in the corner, and good quality ones, too.
Yeah, we've switched to Die Hard, the company. That's what they decided to switch us to. Same warranty as they was before. So I think they'll be great batteries. I don't have any worries about them.
Yeah. Other things in the store, like we said, you got a great selection of stuff. People can come in and take a look. Other products that you want to make sure our listeners know about?
Well, the one thing I'd like to hit on just a little bit is that, we got you guys got us linked on Sandhills Express. And, people can shop at night on the weekends and still support a local business, but yet do their internet shopping and pick it up here. So, I know a lot of people would rather do stuff on the internet, but they can also still help a local business. And if they have a problem with that part, it's easier for us to help them exchange it, to get them the right part, to get it fixed correctly, whereas we have people come in on a fairly regular basis that order stuff offline, and then it ain't right, and then they have a real hard time returning it or whatever. And so I've walked quite a few people through the website on how to do that, and that way they can still take advantage of the big corporate discounts and stuff that they offer on the internet, but it's still through here, and we can still help them out.
Well, that's a great point. I know that we've talked about this before in the mornings on the radio show. Shopping online, if you can do the online stuff but still have someone local to back it up, boy, that's a big bonus.
Yeah, and if they order it online and can't get here, it's paid for online. I mean, all they got to do is call and say, hey, can you set this outside, and we'll set it in as secure a place as we can for them. But they can, if they're working on their car at night and they figure out what they need and they order it and they know they have to work the next day or are going to be out of town, they can still call us and we can set it out for them, and take care of them that way. We'll do whatever we can to accommodate people and help them keep moving.
Yeah. And the website is?
I believe it's Advanced.
Okay.
Advanced Auto Parts.
All right.
And then somewhere in there's a spot where you pick the Broken Bow store as the pickup, or you pick the store, and then it'll show you our inventory and stuff as you're looking your parts up to see if we have it on hand. And so, yeah, it's just another way that we can help people, that they can still do it on the internet.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, we're becoming that kind of society where we like to go and order stuff online, and if you can do it with a local business, like you said, keeping your business here locally, but then having you guys there to back stuff up, that's big.
Yeah.
So
and they can see the pictures right there, and that way they can take their time and still babysit the kids and do their auto parts shopping.
There you go. Yeah.
Or cook supper, however.
Yeah. Anything else in the store that you want to mention that you have?
I've been trying to buy more stuff in bulk, and we're going to set a deal up by the front door where we have some of that stuff a little more in the public eye as far as the better buys on oil and def and washer fluid and floor dry, kind of the staples of stuff.
Yeah. I've got to ask you about this. You're kind of a record holder in something, aren't you?
Oh, I guess.
I've been told, racing out on the salt flats.
Yeah,
is that right?
Bonneville Salt Flats.
Yeah. Tell our listeners a little bit about that.
I run a 49 Studebaker pickup. We hold the record for the A-class modified pickup at 142 mile an hour right now.
Wow.
So we're headed back out in a week and a half to try to make it.
You going to beat you going to beat your own record?
Hope so.
Yeah.
I hope to bump it. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, that's got to be fun. That sounds like something really neat to do.
It's a rush.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, we wish you the best as you go back out and try to break the record.
Well, thank you.
All right. Lewis, anything else? Let's recap maybe about your filter sale so that people know you still got maybe a few days left to take advantage of that.
Until Monday on the filter sale. And then the def, it's like I said, I bought a truckload. Better than half of it's gone already, but, until that's gone, those prices will stay in effect. And then we also have the tow ropes as people head into harvest season, that they get stuck, and
they come in handy,
don't
they?
Safer than a chain.
Yeah.
We don't want anybody getting hurt, so we got a good supply of those, and I got access to many more if need be. So.
All right. Anything else? Did we kind of touch
it's
on?
It's about winter additives and
all right.
Get everything ready to go for winter.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey, we appreciate your time. Thanks for your business, and we'll encourage people to come your direction.
All right. Thank you. You have a great day.
All right. That's going to do it from here at CarQuest. We'll send it back to the studio.
All right. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Lewis. He's a great guy, has a great crew, and a great store. And he's doing, as you can hear, about anything and everything to make you happy when you do business right there at CarQuest on West Highway 2, Broken Bow. Here it comes, Junk Jaunt Weekend, September 25th, 26th, and 27th. Pick up your shopping guide available at these locations in Broken Bow and get jaunting. Trotter's Truck Plaza, Taco John's, Trotter's Will and Go downtown, the Grocery Cart, Runza, Pump and Pantry, Evans Feed, and the Tumbleweed Cafe. You can also get more details and information at junkjaunt.com. Junk Jaunt, there's nothing like it. Check out the whole route September 25th to the 27th.
Hey friends, the Big Mid-State Finals Rodeo is returning to the Trotter Arena at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow, Nebraska. It's on September 18th through the 20th. Friday night, gates open at 6, rodeo at 7. The band Borderline will be featured at the after party. Saturday night is Tough Enough to Wear Pink Night. After the rodeo, join us with the James Lee Band. Sunday, gates open at noon, and the final performance starts at 1. So join us at the MFR. Check them out on Facebook for more information. We'll see you there September 18th through the 20th in Broken Bow.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Yeah, yeah. New Queso Blanco from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better, y'all.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Friday, and we appreciate that very much. It's 9:23, and we'll run a little bit longer today. We have some things we want to talk about yet, but we had a great guest list today, thanks to Lewis out at CarQuest and Rick Nelson, who heads up Custer Public Power District, with lots of information about what they've been doing, but some exciting teasers about what's coming maybe internet-wise. We're going to want to pay attention on Fridays when Rick comes back for those shows. And, of course, Casey with Mid-Plains Community College. Casey, full of ideas for you for spring classes, and also, of course, the alternative classes, especially around QuickBooks. So check that out at Mid-Plains Community College. Stop by or check out their website as well. And also, of course, we talk with Vicki Johnston with a Driftwood Legends horse sale that's coming to the Custer County Fairgrounds on the 26th of September, and they're also having some open roping on the 25th, so that would be on a Friday and Saturday. And we're going to be talking with Vicki again about this very special horse sale coming to the fairgrounds. So that's the folks we talked to. That's some of the subject matter we talked about, but we have more things we want to tell you in just a little bit here. But we probably need to take a little music break, don't you think? And get a little Doobie Brothers getting on the airwaves here this morning. This one's called Black Water.
But it was good to have the opportunity to visit with him a little bit.
Sounds like he's got all the products that you can think of centered around keeping your automobiles up. And I liked his little thoughts on using the internet to shop here in your hometown.
Yep.
Duh. That makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you feel like you need and have to shop on internet, you can. You can also shop at home at the same time in that case. That's wonderful. It's a model we should follow, right?
Absolutely.
Every once in a while, you need to get away from technology. You need to just chill. Maybe visit with a friend. Maybe have yourself a little something to go along with that cup of coffee, along with that good conversation. You can do it in Arnold.
You can. I know a pretty good place.
Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. They know that you like to unwind a little bit, do a little shopping for some really unique items. And right now, they've just got new fall merchandise in, new fall decor that you can take a look at. And as you mentioned before, Brent, they have the apparel for the Bobcat fans. And they have T-shirts and varsity jackets. And they also have clothes for infants, all the way to hair knots, hoodies, and more. Well, I think we need to talk about that a little bit more, about their gift side. The coffee, yeah, that's a big draw, but they have a wonderful shopping experience, plus that upper balcony you talked about, which you can go up and enjoy and kind of set yourself away offside there a little bit and enjoy the view. Great spot for small gatherings and a cup of coffee. And they also have those baked goods. Ooh, yes. They have bagels and all sorts of good things, specialty items, smoothies, cappuccinos, lattes, and more. They have greeting cards, fresh flower arrangements already made. Now, you should take advantage of those.
Yeah, yes. Every guy should.
Yes. By the way, they're not only a great place to have coffee and enjoy one another's company and shop, the atmosphere is wonderful. They spent a lot of time and money and energy restoring the building, and it's now a historic destination coffee house. They have a plaque on the front of the store, the shop, designating that. They're very proud of that. And they were also a part of the Nebraska Tour.
The Passport program.
Tour this year. Yeah, Passport. So they got it going on. Be a part of it at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. Before we close the show, we are going to take time out to talk a little bit about the POW and MIA Recognition Day, which is today. And I think, by the way, on Monday, summer ends.
Really?
Last day of summer. Yep.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. Well, another way to know it's coming, Junk Jaunt.
Oh, yes. Junk Jaunt's right around the corner, isn't it? Next weekend, right?
25th, 26th, and 27th. And in some cases before that.
Correct, yes.
Early shoppers start rolling in, but the actual days, 25th, 26th, and 27th. So if you want to kind of get ahead of the game and know where you're going to go, or get yourself a plan of some sort, you can pick up a shopping guide at Trotter's Truck Plaza and Tacos John. Trotter's Whoa and Go downtown. The Grocery Cart, Runza, Pump and Pantry, Evans Feed, and Tumbleweed Cafe all have the books. You can pick those up, and that's basically a map that tells you where particular locations and items are located. And for more information, you can also go online and take a look as well at junkjaunt.com for more information. There's nothing like the old jaunt.
No.
And this year, I think more and more people may just get in their cars and take advantage of it with everything that's went on. So tackle the whole route if you can. It's a fun tourism trip as well.
Yep. And I think that's kind of what it was initiated for, was to promote tourism, to encourage people to get out to places maybe they wouldn't normally go to. So, it's a great thing. Place will be hopping, and we do encourage you to already be thinking about next weekend and be safe, drive with care. Sometimes you find that weekend folks see a spot that they want to go to, and instead of going around the block, they just flip around right in the middle of the street. So just watch out for yourself and those around you.
Yep. It can go on beyond distracted driving.
Yes.
They spot a old baby crib along the highway, anything can happen. So keep that in mind. But they're good folks. They're out here having a good time. We want to welcome them, and it's just a few days, and there's a lot of business that is done in those 3 days. So now the Whiskey Barrel on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, probably a part of Junk Jaunt. People probably stop in and pick up some refreshments to take their hotel room or whatever, or just pick up some pops and so forth to have when they're on the road, maybe pies and pop, and Stan will fill that cooler up with ice for you and get you going. And, of course, he's kind of a monument, if you will. If people stop into the Whiskey Barrel, they're going to find out a lot about the area and history, math, facts. And he doesn't dabble in fiction much. So he's a good ambassador for our communities, and I hope that folks will stop in and take advantage of a great store, a store that's clean, bright, well-kept, stocked immaculately, and the prices are right, fair prices. They don't have big fancy specials at the Whiskey Barrel. They just make sure that you're paying the fair price that you would expect to pay for that product. And he's got a new sign up. It's pretty funny. It's basically suggesting that minors shouldn't try to buy alcohol, and he of course does it in Stan's special way. Check that out. It's on the sign right now. I wish I could remember it, but drive by and take a look. I think the end of it is it will give him a chuckle if you try, but you won't get any success. What else is on your mind? Sports and more sports?
Yeah, let's talk sports. It's Friday, so that means football.
You bet.
And we got 2 games on the air for you tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. It'll be the area matchup between Twin Loop and Sandhills Thetford. That'll be played in Sargent tonight. Kickoff is set for 7:30. Jeremy and Larry going to have the call of that one for you tonight, so join them on KBBN Radio. And then my compadre, Mr. Kurt Crowley, will join me, and the two of us will make the trip to Ord, Nebraska. Always fun when Broken Bow and Ord get together. A lot of great memories of football games gone by, and we will write another chapter in the rivalry tonight. And we'll broadcast that for you on KCNI, 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. Kickoff for that game from Ord is 7 o'clock tonight. And so you can listen to that on KCNI. KBBN game will be Twin Loop and Sandhills Thetford. So that's what we have planned for you tonight.
All right, let's play a little music from Beth Hart, because she's so talented. And then we'll finish up on some businesses that want you to know about what they're up to. So stick with us here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Friday. what a talent. Beth Hart. Good morning, Jack. Jack Holt saying good morning to us today. And Elizabeth Mann, good morning to you as well. Mum's the word, right?
Yes.
This is the time of year.
At the garden center it is.
Yeah, they're ready to go for you. They have mums in stock, and I think Ryan said the other day they're just getting ready to bloom out. Just perfect timing. Lots of different colors. And you can go to the Garden Center in Broken Bow. It's a block off Highway 2 to the south. Easy way to get there is turn at the Tumbleweed sign and go a block south, and you'll see the big windmill there and the greenhouse and everything. And they're kind of tucked back in there nicely. And they have lots of mums for you to shop for. And Ryan was mentioning the other day some trees and shrubs and things that you can still plant easily at this point in the year. You don't want to wait too much longer. Get those in. Or if you're doing some landscaping, they have rock of all different sizes, river rock and more, and peat gravel. And they also have the shredded cedar and shredded eco-compost, which is important to put on and protect your plants and trees this winter. So they have plenty of that for you. And they have a bonus program through September. If your lawn is looking tough from the heat and stress of the summer, it's time to apply Weed Out plus lawn fertilizer, and this helps recover from summer stress. And there's been a lot of that, and it also kills weeds at the same time, stimulates those roots, and helps you get through the winter. And hopefully we'll have a little cover of snow to help the grass out a little bit, but you need to prepare it. And as a bonus, when you purchase both products, you can save 15% through this month. And they can help you with your memorials, create plan arrangements for funerals or receptions. Call them at 872-6095, 872-6095. They are closed Mondays, but open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. until 5:30, Saturdays, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., and right now they're closed on Sundays, but that changes when springtime comes. You hearing everything I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Did you catch everything?
I'm sorry, what, Dave? Huh?
Well, either you probably should have your ears checked or you're daydreaming.
Yeah. Probably a little of both, to be honest with you.
Well, if you want to make sure that you're not missing out on things in this world that are important to you, could be a grandchild talking to you, could be your wife talking to you. And if you say, huh, too many times, you're in for it. So save yourself some grief and make sure your quality of life is as good as it can be with the sense of hearing. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing specialist with over 30 years' experience right here in Broken Bow, serving Custer County and surrounding area. Right now, she's offering a stimulus special. Receive a $500 discount for buying local. $500. And talk to her about how you can qualify for that. And the test will come along. You'll get a base, and then you can go back in a year or so and make sure that you're still at that base if your hearing's good, just like you do your eyes or have that physical every so often to make sure all is good. You can make an appointment at 308-384-3852. Let me give you that again, 308-384-3852. They're located along with the Broken Bow Chamber in a very beautiful building on the east side of the square in downtown Broken Bow, 4 doors down from Bow Bootery, and the business name is on the glass on the front of the building. And you'll enjoy working with Roxanne. She is serious about making sure that your hearing is what it should be. Are you going to do the sound effect for the monkey, or do you want me to?
What's that? Oh, me personally?
Yeah.
Do the monkey sound effect?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can.
Can you top Julie?
Well, I don't know.
It's all right. That's good. That's good. Don't monkey around. Call Gibbons Electric of Ansley for jobs big or small. Andy will give you a free estimate on residential, commercial, agricultural, and offering 15 years of his experience in the business, and he is an eager beaver to work for you. I don't know if that has to do with the monkey. But anyway, and he also has a new website up and running. You can check it out at WeDon'tMonkeyAround.com. Gibbons
That was a more
Electric.
mature monkey.
That was a man monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'll stop.
Let me give you that website again.
Yeah, why don't you?
WeDon'tMonkeyAround.com, and his phone number is 308-763-1193. And Andy's a good guy. He'll take care of you and give you a free estimate, and he'll stick to it as closely as he can unless you change something up, which sometimes happens.
Yes.
Hey, I want to go ahead and add a outlet over there. Could you do that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, folks, do want to let you know that kind of have a special sports presentation for you tomorrow if you want to listen to it on KBBN Radio. Of course, the announcement came down this week that we are going to have, well, right now we're planning to have, the nation is planning to have Big Ten football back this fall. Going to play, I believe it's an 8-game schedule, a conference championship game in mid-December, and it is to start the weekend of October 23rd and 24th. But up until that time, maybe you still need a college football fix, a Husker football fix.
Yes.
Well, the Husker Sports Network is doing something special. They are kind of going back and reliving moments of the 1994 season for Nebraska football, and this Saturday they are going to run the original radio broadcast of the 1994 game between Nebraska and Texas Tech. And you can listen to that beginning at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on KBBN 95.3 FM.
Thank you, Brent. Well, we mentioned this is National POW and MIA Recognition Day, and this was established back in 1979. And each year since then, they've set this day aside to think about those missing in action, those prisoners of war as well. And we have some numbers here that we could read, but I think I'll just invite you to listen to Gavin's news report. He has the numbers of missing soldiers from conflicts all the way back to World War II. I think there's almost 82,000 Americans still missing, according to the counting agency for that, POW-MIA counting agency. So still, that's a lot of missing servicemen and women. And it's hard on the families, hard on people who are still wondering whatever happened, that sort of thing. So I'm glad they have this day. I'm going to play this song that was sent to us in honor of POW and MIA Day. But I will say this before we play it. It's a little hard on the politicians.
Oh, okay.
Not that they can't take it. And I wanted to note that there are politicians who have served in our conflicts and wars. We have a number of men, and especially lately women, who have served and come home from their service mentally stressed and sometimes physically without some limbs that they left this country for. So we do have those folks who decide to run for political office when they come back, and we appreciate that and respect that. And I think this reference in this song, it really is, I think it's fair, and you'll hear it. When we have a well-known politician pass away, whether they served or not, we line the streets, and we have 3 days of funeral services. And when we have a soldier, just a regular soldier who went and served our country, that doesn't happen. And it couldn't happen for every soldier that has served, but I think that's the comparison here in the song. But we certainly do want to take this time to thank the families who still have people missing who served in the armed forces, whatever division that was in. So this was sent to us to play today, and it's one of those kind of talking songs.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.